So what is the biggest beauty mistake that a lot of people make, and how can we avoid them?
More and more, I think people are paying more attention, but taking care of your skin.
Oh,
you know, I think especially for young girls, it's like, you know, cleanse your skin properly, use that Clarisonic brush, whatever it might be.
How young is too young?
You know, as soon as you start, before you even start wearing makeup, but certainly once you start wearing makeup, learning how to properly take it off, and, you know, go to bed without that. But you're never too young to learn, like, taking care. I mean, you know, especially now, there's no reason. You can access everything. It's interesting to see young girls now who still don't, you know. It's like,
or sunblock and stuff like that.
It's crazy. I mean, you know, as much as I love the sun, you know, I have sunblock on.
You make sure you put like SPF 100 on that.
Yeah, I don't want to be vitamin D deficient. But
Yeah, no. I think for me, over tweezing. Like a lot of girls, they just tweeze their eye. They just over tweeze, and they don't realize that sometimes when you tweeze it, it's not going to come back, and they're left with no brows to work with.
Don't you see that all the time with women over 40 now?
Oh yeah.
I just think one thing that bothers me is usually when the eyebrow color doesn't match the hair. Like if it's light and, you know, when they have like super dark eyebrows, I just don't like it. I wish that they would like at least try to match it. So I usually pencil mine when I, you know, color my hair brown. I try to go lighter with my brows. So just to try to, like, you know, make sure that it kind of goes together.
That's the problem, is people see that look of like that really dark brown platinum hair or
the
something.
black brows with blonde platinum hair.
Then if you're going to do that, then you got to do the whole thing. You got to have the look.
You have to have that edgy outfit.
What's yours?
You know, I think I would say it's important to dress in a way that makes you feel confident about yourself. And when I started my first job, I didn't want to be sort of that woman in the office that, you know, wears something really low or really short. And so I overcompensated so far in the other direction that I was wearing these boxy suits, and I almost tried to look androgynous. I think I was afraid of being a woman in the office. And as soon as I started making the switch towards wearing heels and being just proud of being female, I felt the confidence, and I think that that's something that you know, that a lot of young women they'll dress in a way that is trendy or is mimicking some sort of ideal. They don't pay attention to the fact that it doesn't feel natural to them or it doesn't feel confident to them, and you can see that in somebody, and I just really felt it.
It becomes effortless. It's just who you are.
Absolutely.
There's a quote from you, Tim. I want you to explain it.
What quote?
It says, "Elegance isn't about being noticed, it's about being remembered."
Oh, well, that's from Mr. Armani. That was one of the things I learned from him. There's a difference of someone walking in a room and just trying to be noticed, rather than someone who's confident. You know, I watch you. This is when you see the do not wear or whatever, the worst dress look or whatever. There's something very sophisticated and elegant about just owning who you are. It doesn't mean a whole lot of stuff going on.
So I heard that you help cancer patients feel beautiful.
Yes, yes. I had cancer almost 5 years ago. I always looked the same way to myself, or like, I mean, people who know me, like I'm always tan, I'm always kind of blonde, I'm always the same kind of look. And in that time, I had no hair, I wasn't tan, I was 30 pounds lighter. So, you know, I saw a different side of how people treat you, because, you know, I've been in this beauty world for so long, and I always thought it was just like, you know, you help people look more beautiful. And then it was the first time I felt discriminated against. And it's a really strange thing, but even now I go back from my follow-ups in Boston, and I hate going into that building because I remember how I would feel when people would like see you. L'Oreal let me disappear for like almost a year, you know, so like I came back to work and I kind of look like myself again. But I keep encountering people who actually have to work. They have a family, you know, maybe they don't have great insurance or whatever, and they're going through, and you still want to feel like you look pretty. So I don't care who you are, you want to look good, you know, as a matter of what you're doing. And so I've been fortunate because the people at L'Oreal are amazing, people at Armani are great, and I work with Mass General and I work with the Farrah Fawcett Foundation. You know, there's look good, feel better, but like you see this like inner light come out, you know?
Yep.
So it's very important to me, and I think that, you know, as much as I love my job, that's probably the part I love more, is that it allows me to do all that stuff. Because of course when I got better, I was like, I'm gonna have some kind of Oprah moment. I thought like, I can't do this stupid job anymore, you know, because it has no impact on anybody's life. And then you find a way to make it have impact, because I still like to, you know, go to the Oscars.
No, but that's an incredible way.
I got a call to work with Mother Dolores Hart. So she's 73 and came back to walk the red carpet because they did a documentary on her life, and it was nominated. And you know, the HBO called and they're like, you know, she can't really wear makeup, but you know, She had a little rosacea. It was the same thing. And when I met her, I felt like it was like, I don't know, meeting the Pope. Like this blessed woman who was an actress in the 50s. She was Elvis's first screen kiss. She had just signed a 7-figure contract, which in 1950 was like a huge deal. And she walked away from it all and went to Connecticut and became a Benedictine cloistered nun. So she wears like the full habit,
Oh my gosh.
you know, to this day.
Wow.
Walking the red carpet with people she hasn't seen in 50 years.
Talk about doing something you love.
Oh my God, I left there, I was on such a high. I'm like, I was kind of like, well, this is rather amazing. I never would have gotten there if I hadn't done what I do, you know?
Right.
So
It's
I
like you
think
meet all
there's-
these amazing people.
Truly, it's like,
I think that's the best part of your job,
Yeah.
right? It's just all these amazing people with these amazing stories.